This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Y'all know me, man. When you have the gift of gab, there's no amount of videos that you can't do. And see, I do this off the dome. I'm like Jay-Z, folks. I do this off the dome. I don't write nothing down. That goes to show you how vast, how rare, and how unique this gift of gab and this ability is. Because I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. And in this case, of Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. But I'm going in truth-telling fashion, not keep the foot on the next. Because I have to tell some truths here. There's some lies to this basically long merger signing of both players. Here's the thing. The Portland Trailblazers, I get it. You're trying to be competitive. I understand it. You're basically trying to tell yourself that you want to be right there with the fray. Basically, you want a Game of Thrones situation. But here's the problem. You're not Game of Thrones in nothing. You're basically showing yourself and you're basically pulling your card out as a team that's basically going to be what, a first round, second round NBA playoff bid team. Because here's what people don't understand. Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum have peaked. Let me say that again. Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum have peaked. They've given you guys the best that they can possibly give you guys. They're not going to get no better than this, folks. That's the truth. And that's the fact of the matter of stuff. Because I can't help it, man. I have to be cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat with my truth telling. You have a backcourt like Richie Rich, my bio brother the other day said. When you have usually a shorter backcourt, I don't know what it is with them. And he said that so eloquently. That's how you know we're of the same blood and we're cut from the same cloth. Because he understands basketball the way that I do at the highest order. As a matter of fact, I taught him the game of basketball. That's why he understands it the way I do. He has his own brain, nevertheless, and he thinks it the way that he thinks it. But you guys can see now, when somebody is molded under my tutelage, and I remember I done told you, I have that school, that Yoda school. Somebody comes to my Yoda school and they get molded on basketball, they become lethal. That's right, Alistair 49. I'm going to make you lethal. Because you need to get right with this. You already see how Richie Rich is. Everybody listen to Richie Rich like, damn, that's me. That's all me right there. You got to ask him. Ask him. Say, Rich, who molded you? You know what he's going to say? He knows his sport. He knows molded me. Because this is the stuff I'm trying to tell you guys. I know this thing better than anybody, dog. I done invented this damn thing. And what I see with CJ McCollum and what I see with Damian Lillard is what Richie Rich said. It's like Richie Rich knows what I was going to say, so he says it because he's been taught to understand basketball this way. But in his own mind, nevertheless, is that these guys are pedestrians on the defensive end. You can't build a championship team with guys that are just offensive oriented. They peaked last year, man. That's the best you're going to get from Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, the third round. And they were lucky because Denver wasn't fully matured yet. They were lucky because Utah was still nursing some injuries. Now these teams are going to be fully strength. They've also added, Utah Jazz added Mike Conley. Denver Nuggets added Bobo. I mean, come on. This team is going to be something serious. And when you sit back and look at it, the Denver Nuggets got Porter back. I mean, come on, man. Let's not even talk about these two teams that are ascending. Let's talk about the Los Angeles Clippers and the Los Angeles Lakers. I get on the Lakers all I want, but the Lakers are damn sure going to be leagues and shoulders above the Portland Trailblazers. And the Houston Rockets. I get on Russell Westbrook and I get on James Harden. And I say that they're high-octane betas, basically masquerading as alpha wannabes. But they're going to be better than some damn Portland Trailblazers. There's too many teams out there in the West right now that's going to give Portland Trailblazers fits. So I understand the mechanics behind it. I get it. And I'm hearing there's reports that LaMarcus Aldridge is eventually going to join, but you're getting a aged version of LaMarcus Aldridge. This is not LaMarcus Aldridge prior to him going to San Antonio Spurs when he still has something left. And then he's already exposed himself that when he's in the postseason, if you have a big man that can take it to him, he folds under pressure. So this is the stuff I'm talking about. Now you got three players that you put on the same team, and all of them are folding under pressure. And you guys are going to convince me, oh, Rip City, they're going to win. Come on, folks. Let's be real here. Then let's say if hell freezes over, right, and then they make it to the NBA Finals, they have to deal with a Milwaukee Bucks or a Philadelphia 76ers. You really think they're going to get past any one of those teams? Or the dark horse, the Indiana Pacers? Come on, people. And that's if they make it out of the West, right? A big if. That means everybody in these teams on the West got to be injury prone. They got to get injured at the right time so that Portland Trailblazers can have a chance. Because that's what happened last year, right? Golden State Warriors had the injury with Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? And Portland Trailblazers kind of had that lucky swing. That's how they were able to make it to the third round. Because had they would have had the route that the Golden State Warriors had, I think they would have got knocked out the second round. That's my honest opinion. Because they would have faced stiffer competition. So they had an easier road for themselves. But they made it to the third round nevertheless. They peaked, folks. So it makes absolutely no sense to not only re-sign Damian Lillard to the insane amount of money that you did, but CJ McCollum as well. I'm not knocking these guys and the money that they're making, but really, do these guys deserve the money that they're making? We got to keep it a buck here, man. We got to call a spade, or what a spade. We got to keep that thing 100, dog. And we got to keep that thing real. Rip City is not Rip City. Rip City has been weak city. Let me say that again. Rip City has been weak city. Because when you have a backcourt that's just offensively reliant and they are defensively allergic to defense, or defensively basically pedestrians, then how are they going to deliver the goods for you? Because when they go up against backcourts that are more superior to them, like a Los Angeles Clippers that's defensive oriented, they'll shut them down and score on them. A Paul George and a Kawhi Leonard will score on them and shut them down. A Russell Westbrook and a James Harden is more physical than them, so they're gonna outwork them. Come on, folks. When you look at the LeBron James backcourt, if LeBron James is running point guard, you know what I'm saying, and he has Danny Green, that's a better tandem than Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, because Danny Green realistically defensively could lock down CJ McCollum and LeBron could stick it to Damian Lillard. See, these guys are so mismatched against a lot of teams out here in the West, so they have no chance. So it looks good in hindsight to sign them so that you could say you're staying competitive, but really, if I was the owner of that team, I would blow that shit up. And I'll say, you know what, I'll take my umpteenth time in the NBA draft, and this time I'm gonna get it right. I'm not gonna make no Greg Oden versus no Kevin Durant mistake. Oh, no pun intended. I'm not gonna sit there and make no Sam Bowie versus no Michael Jordan mistake. I'm gonna actually get the right draft pick this time. That's what I would do if I was the Portland Trailblazers. Blow that shit up, man. Because these guys are not gonna deliver you the goods. They're not going to deliver you NBA Finals. So why are we sitting here wasting our time with that? Come on, folks. Let's keep that thing a buck here. Really, tell me. I want to hear in the comment section. Is the Portland Trailblazers, in your mind, going to win the NBA title for the 2019 and the 2020 season? I want to see how many people say this. Unless you're a real Rip City fan and you have some real justification as to why you feel they're going to make noise. Other than that, people are probably going to give me their Portland Trailblazer fanboy nonsense. Because when you look at the landscape of the NBA, both in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference, Portland Trailblazers is not the first team you think of. They're probably barely making the middle of the pack team that you think of that's going to make it to the NBA Finals. And that's the truth of the fact of the matter. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.